Don't mind me, just currently on my old channel, which will be having some uploads soon. If you're into basketball, make sure to check it out. Okay, but today, we're on Persona MMA, and we got the biggest blobs in every single UFC weight class. Now, I want to say something real quick. When we look at the lower weight classes, it's kind of hard to find out who the blobs are. We gotta start looking at different characteristics, okay? We can't just look at the meat on the bones. Okay, we gotta look at fight style, the way they carry themselves. We gotta look at some different things, okay? So, let's get straight into it. Just hear me out, just hear me out. Alexandra Pantoja is the biggest blob at flyweight, okay? Flyweight was extremely hard to find a quote-unquote blob, a fat guy, okay? It was extremely hard to find a fat person for flyweight. It doesn't really exist. So I had to look at some other things. And let's look at Pantoja real quick. This guy has a habit of smudging people, okay? That is the blob fight style, okay? This guy moves forward erratically, okay? His striking is no different to a blob, except from he's just fast. It's the exact same technique, exact same skill, and when he wrestles people, he wrestles them like a blob. So I've had to, you know, put Pantoja here. Bantamweight, okay. Henry Cejudo, okay. This guy, he's short, he's stocky, he's still, you know, got a six-pack, but he's getting on a bit in age. Okay, Henry Cejudo is getting on a bit in age. And you can see the blobbiness coming into play, man. You can really see it coming into play. Henry Cejudo's wrestling honestly hasn't looked that good for a very long time at this point. He very rarely uses it. And, you know, he has his little karate stance, which he can't really pull off nowadays. And, you know, you can just kind of see the fat and the age. You can see the droop underneath the tits, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta put Henry Cejudo. Trust me, I will have more to say on the actual blobs, but featherweight, bro, come on now. What was that? Tracy Cortez fine dining. What has that done to you, Brian Ortega? T-City. More like T-Titties, okay? This guy's fat as fuck. I'm sorry, man. I don't think the shorts do him justice. But look at this. Look at this pot belly. Look at this beer belly. Look at this lean gut. Look at this, man. Brian Ortega's a great looking guy, but what is this? What is this? Brother, ooh. Okay, what actually is this? Brian Ortega's put on hella weight from back in the day. Look at him in 2020, 2018, 2017. Look at Brian Ortega at any point in time when you want to. He's never been this fat, okay? Newly promoted blob fat guy of the UFC featherweight division. We move on to Paddy Pimblett. Now he looks fucking shredded here, okay? But the man in the thumbnail himself, he looks completely shredded here. But as everyone is aware, Paddy Pimblett has a habit of putting some meat on the bones. Okay? Paddy Pimblett has a habit of when it's not fight week, when he's not in fighting shape, when it's not fight camp, to feed himself a bit too much. Okay? Paddy Pimblett bloats like a fucking balloon. Quite simply. He stuffs whatever he wants into his mouth. He has no regrets, and honestly, I respect it. I respect it from Paddy Pimblett, but he gets really fucking fat. He literally looks like Chris Griffin. Like, let's be entirely honest with ourselves, okay? He literally looks like Chris Griffin. Like, come on now. He eats pizzas, he eats burgers. Paddy Pimblett eats everything under the sun when it's not fight week. Now, he does lock in when it's fight week, but when it's not fight week, Paddy Pimblett is dangerous, man. He could eat you, he could eat me, he could eat anyone. Okay, he's on that DC level of fatness. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he looks pretty shredded here, so fair play. Next up, fucking hell, man. Kelvin Gastelum, how you let yourself go? Now, Kelvin has always been a bit chubby. I think everyone can agree on that. He's always been a bit chubby. He's always had a lot of meat on the bones. He's always had man tits. He's always had love handles. But not to this degree. This guy can't even make welterweight. He can't even make welterweight. He's lost the speed that he used to have as a fat. He wasn't this fat, but as a fat guy with speed, that's kind of what he had. He don't even have that nowadays. Okay? You know, this guy has a whole YouTube series about eating. Seriously, check it out on his channel. He literally, like, I saw some video of him eating, like, loads of tacos on fight week. Kelvin Gastelum is a blob. He has the physique of the average UFC heavyweight. Maybe a bit better, to be fair. But Kelvin Gastelum really let himself go, man. Okay, and I just realised he's at welterweight, even though I've made him the middleweight guy. Even though he's at middleweight now, but shit, I don't think about that. Okay. Next up, we got Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. He's not that fat, but he's skinny fat. Okay. You can see with the belly button, you know, you can see that there was some fat that used to be there. The love handles are fucking crazy, by the way. The love handles are fucking insane on this guy, on Anthony Hernandez. You can see the fat coming out there, right there. Anthony Hernandez is the definition of skinny fat. He actually doesn't have a lot of weight on him, but it's practically all fat. Okay, fat there, fat there, fat there. Anthony Hernandez, he also has the blob style. Even though he's fairly entertaining, he also does have the blob style. So there you go. Light heavyweight. Come on, man. It's the professional, man. It's the professional. Asmat Mirzakhanov is cool, but he is fat as hell. He is balding. He looks like he's bald. He's not balding. Asmat Mirzakhanov looks like the average working class man in the UK. And that's not a good thing at all. That is not a good thing at all. But he still manages to be a great fighter. Look, his belly button's disformed. He's got some scars. He's got stretch marks. He's got love handles. He's got... Yeah, his man boobs ain't that bad. You know, his arms are kind of flabby. He's just a blob. Okay, and we're going to move on to heavyweight. But who else could it be apart from the blob? This guy has an entire scar in his fucking chest because of how much fat there is. Man boobs, love handles, fat seeping over his shorts, fights like a fat guy. There's no one else that could have been picked except from Shamil Gaziev.